What's up, Kit Kats? I'm Kat, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I want to talk about shipping.
I see my ship right there.
I have talked about ships before on this channel, but if you're new or have never heard this term before, shipping is just short for relationshipping, and it's a very common practice within fan spaces. Think two characters, or more, because poly is a thing, would make a cute couple? Congrats, you've got yourself a ship. I think shipping is a great way to interact with fandom. It can keep fandoms alive through fan art or fan fiction, and it's a really fun way to make friends and build a community. I personally love shipping because I adore romance. I love seeing two characters that I think have chemistry fall in love, even if that's only through fan fiction and not within the actual canon. Shipping at its core is just a fun way to interact with fandom and be creative. But like everything else on the internet, there is a toxic side. Let's imagine for a moment, you're a really big fan of a very popular anime. This anime does not currently have any canon ships, and the main character has a few potential love interests. Of course, with these different pairing options, there is bound to be discourse, and oh, is there discourse. You see, both are convinced that their respective ship has more evidence to back it up, and that it's their ship that is going to become canon.
Fire! Fire!
Now, you may ask, why does it matter if the ship becomes canon or not? Can't you still ship those characters even if the pairing never becomes canon? The thing is, you can. You absolutely can. That's part of what makes fandom so much fun. I think people just really like being right, but not only that, I feel like fans just get very attached to these characters and their interpretations of them. I mean, it's really great to see your headcanons seen through in the actual canon of a show or book or whatever it is, the media that you're consuming. When it comes to, for example, queer ships, a lot of these fans are actually part of the LGBTQIA+ community. It's about representation. There's comfort in actually seeing yourself represented in the media that you are consuming. And it can be amazing when that is actually seen through in the canon. I mean, who doesn't want to feel represented? I really don't think that there is anything inherently wrong with wishing for your ships to become canon for whatever reason that may be. And it can be really disappointing when the ship that you're rooting for sinks.
Stop blowing holes in my ship!
I have definitely been there as a fan where I was rooting for one ship and it didn't happen. But I don't think I have been as attached to a ship as I am now currently with Rayla and Callum, Raylum from The Dragon Prince, or Sora and Soriku from Kingdom Hearts. Raylum was made canon in season 3 of The Dragon Prince, but with the time skip, they are not currently together. Now, I definitely think that they will get back together by the end of the series, but I am prepared for the disappointment if that isn't what happens. Now, Soriku, on the other hand, has been one of my absolute favorite ships for years. They're best friends since childhood. They have a stage of rivalry where both are trying to one-up the other. Riku falls to darkness and becomes the enemy, but he has a redemption arc, and eventually the two reunite and are able to rebuild their relationship. And honestly, it's just beautiful and just like the perfect setup for a beautiful romance. I will, however, admit that before my more recent falling back into Kingdom Hearts, while I definitely did see the subtext that a lot of Soriku shippers talk about, myself included, and I definitely had the big ol' headcanon that Riku wasn't ever actually into Kairi, and that his whole thing was that he was jealous because he thought Sora was into Kairi and was afraid of Sora leaving him. I didn't actually ever necessarily think that it was going to become canon. Actually, upon getting back into Kingdom Hearts, with the way people were talking, I honestly thought that Sora and Kairi had become official. But upon actually playing Kingdom Hearts 3 myself, I don't think that's the case. While I understand that there are fans that are convinced it's canon, there's really no explicit confirmation in the games, and in interviews with the people that worked on the games, there's nothing that ever confirms that yes, Sora and Kairi are in a relationship. We do, however, have an interview for Kingdom Hearts 3 where it is said that Kingdom Hearts is about Sora and Riku, their friendship and how they grow up. Of course, this doesn't mean Sora and Kairi will never get together in the games, and it doesn't mean that Sora and Riku are confirmed in-game either. Honestly, if nothing else, I just believe that Kingdom Hearts is about Sora and Riku and their relationship, whatever that is, whether it be lovers or just super close BFFs.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
But the game is about them. I will say though, after coming back into Kingdom Hearts and watching videos such as Tennille Flowers, Riku is Gay, and Why It Matters, as well as the Violet Howler's Kingdom Hearts Literary Analysis series, both of which inspired me to make my own Kingdom Hearts videos, I do believe that Riku has the potential to be endgame. And this makes a lot of fans angry. It is very likely that if you make a post or a video talking about a queer interpretation of Kingdom Hearts, you will receive some pretty nasty comments. Now, some of this is homophobes within the fandom getting angry because it's not that hard to make a homophobe blow a gasket. But some of it is, of course, Sokai shippers that can't stand a interpretation of a piece of media that challenges their own. I, for one, have definitely had some angry homophobes in the comments of my Kingdom Hearts videos, and I have heard some pretty bad stories about Sokais within the fandom, as well as actually seen some nastiness from them. But this is not me trying to act like Soriku's never start anything. I have actually seen some children within the fandom start stuff with Sokais just to cause chaos. And the thing is, this is not about pointing the finger and saying which side is worse. The point is that people just need to leave each other alone and let each other enjoy fandom in whatever way makes them happy versus coming into people's comments to start fights or worse. Speaking of worse, I myself am not personally part of the Final Fantasy VII fandom, but I do have friends who are, so I get to witness a lot of the toxic bullshit from an outsider's point of view. Clarith shippers and Cloti shippers have apparently been at it for years. And now with the recent Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer leaning in a very Clarith direction, that's just become even worse. It's honestly gotten so bad that some fans sent death threats to one of the creatives in charge of the game. This is horrifying. You should never take shipping so seriously that you abuse the people that are making the media that you enjoy. They don't owe you anything, and you don't have a right to demand that they canonize your ship. Go read a fan fiction. Seriously, it's not the end of the world, it's just fiction.
Stop it. Get some help.
Sometimes I worry that this is what the Kingdom Hearts fandom could become if a ship ever really does become canon. I would like to hope that despite there being some toxic people, and despite some people not knowing when to mind their own business, I would like to really hope that none of these people would actually harass the people in charge. In conclusion, I fully believe that it is okay to be loud and outspoken about your ship and your interpretation of the media that you enjoy. But I also believe that it is important to humble yourself. Always be prepared to wear your clown shoes if what you believe is going to happen doesn't actually happen. Honestly, there is always the chance that that is going to be the case. Also realize that you get to curate your own online experience. If you see people taking characters that you believe to be straight and making them gay, you don't have to engage with that content. The block and mute buttons exist for a reason. If you are convinced that your ship is canon and you hate seeing people talk about a rival ship and believing that it could potentially be canon, again, block and mute. Watching videos about a ship that you don't like or an interpretation that you disagree with and commenting is only going to bring more of that content onto your feed. So really, you're making yourself miserable for no reason. Everyone should be free to engage with fandom in whatever way makes them happy, be it through fan fiction, fan art, or talking about their own interpretations of a series and the characters within it. Your favorite ships becoming canon is great, and it's absolutely okay to hope for that. But it's not the end of the world. You can still ship those characters if they never become canon. I truly believe that there is enough space in the ocean for all ships to sail freely.
Now, bring me that horizon.
Alright, so that is my video for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Comment down below, tell me your favorite ships or your favorite thing about shipping. And of course, be kind to the comments, because if you're rude, I will be sending you to the realm of darkness. I have this power and I'm not afraid to use it. If you liked this video, you can give it a like, and if you're not subscribed but you would like to be, you can hit that subscribe button and be sure to ring the bell to be notified every single time I make a video. And until next time, I will catch you later. Bye now!